Hey, it's Rick from Metagamers, and Speck has released their updated version of the FitFolio case. This is for the third generation iPad, and it'll also work on your iPad too. I'm going to show it to you up close, so let's have a look. So it's the Speck FitFolio. It's going to work on your third generation iPad as well as your iPad 2 if you've got one. It comes in the slip sleeve that you see right here. If you do not purchase this online, you can also get it at your local Target if you've got one. They've got a whole line of Speck cases in different colors and styles. And this case is going to run about $39, $39.99. I've got it in black and purple. Here's the black. The exterior material is a fake leather, so it replicates the look and the feel of leather, but it's not. And on the inside, it is a mixture of both a very soft interior, like a microfiber suede. You can see some ridges for stands there, as well as a polycarbonate shell. The shell doesn't do full protection or full coverage, as you can see here, and it is a little bit thin, so I want to call that out. I'll show it to you in the purple and the black in just a moment here and show it to you up close, but let me pop the iPad third generation into this case. You want to start with this end first because it does cover your buttons, so you don't want to really snap your buttons when you're doing this. So line it up and simply push it in on these corners over here. This is an extremely easy case to put on and to take off. And let's go ahead and take a look at it up close. So here's the black, and you can see there's some Speck branding right up there. On my black case, you might catch it here. It's bumpy, so there's some bumps here and here. I'm not sure why that is. And I also want to call out that it does raise up just a little bit in the corners, and you can see that. So I've tried to relax it, but so far I haven't been able to do that successfully. So we'll see if that kind of diminishes over time. Here's your cutouts. You can see what that looks like. Everything is exposed for your speaker. There is the latch for opening and closing. Here is the sides, the cameras, everything else. And then we've got our microphone, which lines up just fine. And then also your headphone jack. Now, when you open this up, it is going to awaken your device. When you close it, it is going to put it to sleep. That latch works very well. I have no issues with it. It's very easy to open and close. You can flip this all the way back around into book mode just like this. Some people won't like that the latch sticks out. It doesn't bother me. But that is what it's going to look like. Again, this case is very thin. It is very, very light. And it does not put your device to sleep when it's in this mode. And you can't really move this around a whole heck of a lot. So let me go ahead and show you the stands. But before I do, let me flip this over and show you what I mean by the backside is partly covered. So you do get some exposure here. If you're looking for a lot of protection, you may not like that. If you're the type of person that thinks that that's going to help with heat dissipation, then you are going to like that. So the grooves here, you can see how it fits, and it fits in that groove, fits in that. And then we start to get into a couple of issues here when you put it in the final groove. It's relatively stable. I am going to mention that in a lap environment, in those first two stands that I showed you, it is pretty stable, but in these bottom two, it's not. Now watch this. This final stand just doesn't work. And I would say 9 times out of 10, I have it always fall out. So pretty much consider that that last stand, even though there is a groove there, it is not going to work for you. And that stands true on all of these cases that I've tried thus far. So that's what it looks like. Let me show you the purple because I have an issue with the purple. The clasp or the latch works just fine. And let me show you the stands on this one again, just to show you that it is consistent. You can see that these seem to work okay, but when we get into that final stand, you can see that it does kind of fall out. This one holds it a little bit better, but once you start typing on it, forget it. It's going to fall out. So that final stand doesn't work as well. Now on this purple case, I do want to call out some significant issue that I've got with it. Check the fit out here. There is a big gap there. And there is also a really big gap right up in this area. So it doesn't fit well. And let's see if you can hear this because I want you to hear this if you can. It's really loose. It does not fit good at all. So there's an inconsistency in the manufacturing process of this case where some of them fit okay and some of them don't. Because if you take a look at my black one here, there's a little bit of a gap there, not too bad. And up in this corner, it seems to fit okay. There's a little bit of a gap right up here, but it doesn't make the clicking noise. Well, a little bit, but not as bad. So it seems inconsistent. I don't know if that's related to color or what, but at the end of the day, you know, the Speck FitFolio, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. It executes okay. It's very light. It's very slim. It is not going to give you full back protection, so that's something to consider. And not all of the stands work, so that's a little bit concerning. But then again, on the plus side, when you do use the stands, the piece that folds over on your screen when you're done using it is not touching the tabletop, so that's good. So overall, Speck FitFolio gets a 3 out of 5. You guys have questions, comments, or feedback, please feel free to let me know. Otherwise, take care, everybody, and have fun.